Hello, everybody. So, I am so excited to be a part of the show today. I have a great meal for you coming straight from out of the kitchen. I have turnip greens, fried pork chop, and guess what? A seafood macaroni that I know you're gonna love. So, check this out. The first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you all the ingredients that we have here. We have, of course, my special seafood ham seasoning, and then we have our all-purpose seasoning that we use on our chicken, our pork chop, and everything else. We have already have our macaroni ready. We have our cheeses. We have our shrimp, and we have lumped crab meat that is going to go into that seafood macaroni. And one thing I'm going to do with the turnip greens is I'm going to use some ham that I did for Thanksgiving. So what I do is once we don't eat all the ham or anything that we have, I cut it up in pieces and I use it to season up my food. With the ham itself, I use that to season up my turnip greens. So let me tell you, at the Grill Rain, we do not use ham or meat or whatever. We just season it up with some good salt and pepper, and we just do it like that. Because some people don't eat ham and don't eat different types of meats. But here today, I can use my ham. So I am going to season this up with a little salt and pepper, just like that. We're going to make sure, with the greens, we got to put a little bit more than normal because it's going to soak up. I already added the water to it, okay? And so these are my pieces of ham I'm going to put inside of the turnip greens. So now that I have perfectly seasoned my turnip greens and put my ham in there, I'm about to put it on the stove, so I'll be back. So now we are getting ready to do one of my famous macaronis. I'm going to tell you, you're going to love it. So what it is a seafood macaroni, and it has real crab meat in it, extra large shrimp, it has cheeses, it has butter, and I love butter, and it has the noodles itself. And we're going to show you how to simply do that, okay? And what the first thing we're going to do is, of course, we already pre-cooked our noodles to make this simple and easy for you. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take the tail off of the shrimp. We're going to spray down the grill. We're going to put the shrimp on there. Now, we also sell this at the Grill Rain, so you can come and get this. You don't have to make it yourself because it can be very costly to buy all these items that you're going to need. So we'll make it better for you by asking you just to come on to the Grill Rain at 2376 Augusta Road, and you can just order your own seafood macaroni, which is so good. So now that we have that on the grill, we're going to put our seafood seasoning that we blend ourselves. We make this seasoning. We're going to put some of that on there, on top of the shrimp while it's cooking. And now, mind you, when you cook these shrimp, you don't have to cook them all the way. You just want to kind of like cook them just a little bit. Because what happens is, once we put all of this inside of the macaroni itself, it's going to be okay because it's going to cook some more. So we're just going to lightly cook it just a little bit on each side. So while that is cooking, I'm getting ready to go ahead on and mix up the macaroni in the sauces, okay? So we're going to take this macaroni, we're going to just put it in this plate. Just that simple. So you can do this at home as well. But of course, I want you to come out to the Grill Rain. So now we're going to put our blend of cheese inside of that, just a little bit, and then we have like a creamy cheese that we also gonna put in there. We're gonna put all of that in there. I love cheese. Cheese make it better. So we're gonna mix it up just a little bit. We're gonna put some salt and pepper in there, and you just put how much salt and pepper you want. It's up to you. If you don't like a lot of salt and pepper, don't put a lot of salt and pepper on there. So now I'm getting ready to put some butter in there as well and mix that up. And of course, what makes a very good flavor with it is the lumped crab meat. This is real crab meat. You can use imitation crab meat, but what's going to happen to it? It's going to give it a fishier taste. Because as you know, imitation crab meat is made out of a fish. So it's going to give it a fishier taste. This right here, oh my God, when you taste every single bite that's going to come out of this, it's going to be so good. All right, so we're going to add a little bit more because I love crab. I love crab meat. Oh my goodness. So since I'm going to be eating it, of course, I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, we're going to mix that up. We're going to flip over the shrimp, just like that. We're going to just cook it on both sides just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this up. And I'm going to put them inside of the mix. Just like that. I'm going to keep 3 of them on the grill to cook all the way through. So we're going to use that on top, okay? Alright. So while that is cooking, I'm going to mix this up real good again. And if you see the chunks of meat, of the shrimp and the crab meat on top, oh my gosh, oh, so good. Now this is going to be just really simple to do. All right, and then I'm going to top it off with some cheese on top. Just like that. And then I'm going to put it inside and let it cook, okay? So now that we have gotten our macaroni, you know, in its almost finished state, we're getting ready to put everything that's supposed to be on it. Now bacon comes on it too, so we've already cooked the bacon up, and we use real bacon. So we're going to put some real bacon on top of this. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's starting to look so good already. I just can't wait. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, then we're going to put the shrimp on top, just like this. Oh, and then we're going to top it off with a little parsley. And voila, there you go. Now that is a real seafood macaroni. I mean, the only place you're going to be able to get it from is the Grill Rain, 2376 Augusta Road. So make sure you come and try it out. Oh, this is so, I can't wait to take a bite of it. So yes, I am so excited about this meal. We have the turnip greens, we have the seafood macaroni, and now we have the pork chop. I am so excited to come on to the show and show y'all this delicious meal that I say is so easy, fast, and delicious all in one. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have the all-purpose flour, we have my famous seasoning that I love to use, and we put it all in a bag and we mix it all up. So we've already done that. And actually, I'm going to add a little bit more to it. Just a little bit more, not much. Okay? Mix it up a little bit more. And we're going to just put the pork chop in the bag and shake it up. We got center cut pork chops. These are center cut pork chops. We want to make sure that the flour gets all inside of the pork chop, all over the pork chop, really good. And one thing I'm going to say, if you don't have a little small deep fryer, it's really a good investment to do because it makes your food so much better instead of doing it on the stove. Just get you a little small deep fryer, okay? So now we have that cooking up. Gonna put a little bit more of them in there. About 2 of them can fit in this deep fryer. It's a small deep fryer, but you can get one as big as your family needs. Like I said, make sure it's all over the pork chop. Make sure it's all over the pork chop as good as you can get it through. And I'm going to go ahead on and season this one on up and get it ready to put inside. So yeah, so here we go. So now that we got all that ready, we want to make sure that you always keep your counter clean and your hands clean after you cook. That is so important. Even if you're cooking at home, it's still important to keep everything clean and neat as possible. All right, while that is cooking, I'm gonna get ready to get ready to plate it and have it already plated. And we're gonna have it just cooking for a little while. It doesn't take that much and that long for it to cook. You know, about 10 to 15 minutes for it to cook, and then it'll be ready. So while that is getting done, we're gonna get ready to prepare our turnip greens and have it going on as well. So when we plate it, we'll have it all ready, because we already have our collard turnip greens already cooking right now, and it's almost ready. So I'm excited for y'all to see what we got ready for you as soon as we come back. So now we have our pork chop ready. Oh, it looks so good. We have our turnip greens ready. We have our macaroni cheese ready. Our seafood macaroni is ready. So now all we gotta do is just plate our turnip greens on our plate. And guess what? I want that ham to be all up in there. I love me some cooked ham. Oh, look at that. Look at those turnip greens. Look how good they came out. Oh my goodness. Oh, now that is a meal. We have turnip greens, we have the fried pork chop, we have the macaroni and seafood macaroni and cheese. This is truly a great Sunday dinner. This is something that you can do any time of the week, even though this will probably be a great Sunday dinner. But you can do this anytime because it's so quick and easy to do. It doesn't take that long. It's so good, it's so delicious, and if you don't want to cook it yourself, you can just come to the Grill Rain and we will cook it for you. So we have the fried pork chop, the turnip greens, the seafood macaroni, and that is a meal for you. So thank you for having me on the show. I have really enjoyed cooking for you today, and I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day.